Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, these narcissists that are involved in your life and narcissists around the globe are really weird, proper weirdos, right? Real dusty weirdos. The thing is you could have been put through a discard, really brutal discard, perhaps even a reverse discard, or maybe you were the one that cut them off because they become too toxic. But it's always the same theme that remains constant with the narcissists that are involved in your life and narcissists around the globe. After the expiration date of the relationship, or whatever type of relationship issues you are involved in, whether it's romantic, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a family member, whether it's a colleague or an associate, all of them do the same thing. They're weirdos and they like to spy on you and keep watch. Now look, many of you are not on social media, and I actually heard from somewhere that it's actually a good thing, right? That after a narcissistic relationship, it's good not to be online, or even if you deactivate your accounts temporarily. But there's pros and cons on both sides. But look, even if you're not on social media, they do resort to physical stalking, which I've heard from survivors of narcissistic abuse. They do resort to physical stalking. They like to keep watch. And if they're not physically stalking you, then possibly they might try to hear information about you through the grapevine, through associates of yours that are connected, or friends, etc. But for those of you that are on social media, or maybe they don't have any way of seeing you, and if they have no way of seeing you, then they run wild with their imagination, and they presume, at first they'll presume that you're hurt and distraught, but eventually they'll start to think that maybe you're doing okay, and they'll start to doubt themselves, right? But majority of people are active on social media these days, or at least they have some form of a digital footprint. They might have a LinkedIn, they might have, because I've heard of, people on LinkedIn, people on other, there's activity online a lot these days, right? And narcissists will resort to, even if you're not on social media, narcissists will resort to do it running checks on social media platforms, so they might go on a Facebook and type your name in to check if you're there, right? Because they need to keep watch. It's a crucial thing with them that they have to spy on you after. And the main reason why they want to spy on you after is so they can see you broken. They can see you distraught. They can see you in pain, right? It stimulates the narcissist. This really stimulates the narcissist. So if you're denying them any access, right, you're not on social media, you don't have affiliates that are in relation to them, they're not physically stalking, hats off to you, because you've managed to escape the clutches of the narcissist that was involved in your life. But many victims of narcissistic abuse are on social media, right? And the narcissist will be keeping watch. And many victims of narcissistic abuse have, maybe not on social media, but they have connections to people that are to do with a narcissist and that was involved in their life, and they'll find out information. They're really weird. They're really weird. It makes absolutely no sense at all why a narcissist that's involved in your life puts you through a brutal discard, for instance. They put you through a brutal discard, devalue you, hurt your feelings, cast you aside like you're nothing, and then sit back and watch you. It's really sadistic. It's really sadistic what they do. And, the thing about them spying, and the thing about spying in general, is spying actually harms the person who's spying. It does harm the person who's being spied on, yes. But it does hurt the person who's doing the spying as well, right? And that's one side of it we don't really talk about. And it's the fact of the matter is, if this narcissist is spying on you in person, or they're spying on your social media, or they're gossiping about you and hearing through the grapevine, a form of spying in a way, right? Trying to find intel out about you, trying to find data about you. They end up hurting themselves, which is great. Please press the like and the subscribe button, help the brother out, take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But they end up hurting themselves, which is great, because if they spy on you for a little while, or they try to find information about you for a little while, they might see you're not doing so well at the initial stages. But chosen ones and empaths begin to educate themselves. They become educated empaths, awakened empaths. They start going down the healing journey. They start bettering themselves. Blessings start showing up in their life because they no longer have this negative creature, this dusty weirdo, this narcissist that was once involved in their life no more. They begin to start to see the world around them. The chosen one, the empath, begins to start to see the world around them. They begin to start to encounter blessings. Their life starts to pick up, right? And for those of you that are fresh out, you will get to this point, Your life's opening up for brighter days. Once you're rid of the narcissist, your life opens up for brighter days. And you may be confused at this moment in time. You may be really hurt. You may feel betrayed. But your life is opening up for brighter days, and you're being shaped and crafted by the universe and God. You're being shaped because everything that you thought was good for you wasn't good for you. You thought this person was good for you. You thought this person had your best interests at heart. And in reality, it wasn't the case, right? So that's why there's an adjustment phase that happens after the experience of narcissistic abuse from the narcissist you're involved with. There's an adjustment, and you will adjust. And with time, not time doesn't heal, but through time, you'll learn how to deal with it, and your life will improve for the better. And this is what the narcissist begins to spy on you still. They remain quiet. Some of you wonder why you haven't received a Hoover yet, for example, because they're watching. They're watching everything you post, right? They're watching all the videos you post. They're checking who you're friends with on social media or followers you have on social media. They do this, right? And the reason why you know this is true is because when you were first discarded or reverse discarded, maybe you used to look on their social media, didn't you? Right? Some of you may say, Zion, I didn't look on their social media, and that's great. You know what I'm saying? That's really good if you didn't. But a lot of people do. And you can see that tendency and that urge. The narcissist has this as well. The narcissist is not exempt from feeling that urge to look and to wonder, right? They're not exempt from feeling that. And they feel it a lot more. They feel it as a necessity, as part of their daily living, to spy on you. And they're weirdos, right? They're weirdos. You only can imagine them in the moment of when they're spying on you, their heart's beating all fast and they're spying on you and they're trying to see things, trying to see if you're upset, trying to see if you're hurt, trying to see if you're in pain, because that's exactly what they want to see, but they don't always see that. Sometimes they'll see things of you going on a holiday, or they'll see you with a group of friends or your family having an event, or they'll see, there's nothing. That's why what I said in the earlier segment about, I heard from somewhere, I can't remember the source, otherwise I would give it to you, but I heard that in some ways not posting on social media is beneficial, but realistically, you shouldn't change your life because of a narcissist that was involved in your life. But some of you, it may be necessary to. Some of you may need to literally disappear off the map, not leave no trace, right? And not post. For example, some of you may need to do that, and it can be beneficial. But also, why I say it's not beneficial is the narcissist might just presume that you're hurt and you're in pain, and they'll just think that's why you're not posting. But look, wherever you're at in your journey, you're all heading in the same direction of healing. This narcissist that was involved in your life is a stalker or a spy or whatever you want to call them. This really does stimulate them in some weird kind of way. them watching your life from a distance. And like I said, I think I went off track, but this is why sometimes you haven't received Hoovers sometimes, because they are watching, right? And you might say that you've blocked them. They make fake accounts. They make false accounts. There's possibly a false account that's already following you on Instagram, for example, that they followed you during the relationship when you were with them, and they made this false account, followed you, and they have access to your Instagram. I'm not telling you to start looking at all your Instagram followers as if it's them, but I'm just saying that that's the type of strategies that they use, right? They'll make a fake account beforehand during the time when you were with them, right? And that means they already had access. So be careful of follower requests. Be careful of these Instagram accounts. I'm not that well versed on social media, realistically. I don't really use it, right? But I know that Instagram accounts can have like zero followers and like these weird odd accounts that pop up as well, right? I've heard of experiences from people who have been through narcissistic abuse that have had really odd accounts, trying to follow them, trying to request to send messages, stuff of that nature. And it turned out to be the narcissist that was involved in their life. So just be cautious when you are on social media that they want to keep watch. They want to have a tab on you, right? And it stimulates them. Ultimately, it stimulates them. It makes them feel better about themselves, especially if they see you hurt and distraught. But if they're viewing you and they're seeing you doing well, they're seeing you, they're seeing you succeed, right? It's going to ultimately piss them right off, right? And, it's going to frustrate them. And they'll feel your absence, They'll realize that you're getting on with your life. You're doing something with your life. And this narcissist is left just spying on you from a distance, seeing you succeed, seeing you do well. But ultimately, don't provoke them with any posts, like on purpose. As much as it might be tempting to provoke them, don't post anything that's going to provoke them on purpose. Just continue doing you, and you living your authentic self as you are as a chosen one and empath. Ultimately is the best revenge. You living your authentic life, striving for the best, succeeding in whatever you do. And for those that are still fresh, those days will come, succeeding, doing well. That's the ultimate revenge. So leave them spying on you from a distance. That's all they can do, these narcissists that are involved in your life. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. If you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting ZionMembership.com. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.